In this tutorial, we'll be learning how to make simple animations with built-in models in MMD. So this is the interface of MMD, and we'll create a simple animation for a built-in model. So first, you would have to load in a model. Go to your MMD file, and then MMD user file, and then choose model. There is a bunch of models you would choose from, but in this case we will just use the simplest model. You can choose other models if you like, and then you will be able to see your model over here. So let's talk about some of the basic controls. You can right click and then drag to look around the model. And then if you want to zoom out and zoom in, you'll use this magnifying glass. Just drag on the magnifying glass. And then if you want to pan around, you would click onto this four-sided direction like plate, and then you can look around. And then this one is right click and drag around. So how does MMD motions work? MMD motion relies on keyframes, which means if you key in a frame in a certain timestamp, it will move that bone accordingly and interpolate in between. It's very difficult to describe. I think it's easier done than said. So let's take a look at how we can move a bone in MMD and make a simple animation. So this is the timeline you have. 30 frames is a second, and then to make animations, we would first select a time frame that we want. Perhaps in the first second, I want the hand to move to forward. So I choose frame 30, and then I choose a specific bone, and then I'll be able to rotate this bone freely. So I adjust this bone to a position that I like. And then, if I like this position, I would register it. Register is over here. If you register it, you can see that there is a key time frame in this position. And then for the other arm, I'll do the same. I'll move the hand to forward, and then I'll press register. You can now see that I have 2 diamonds registered in frame 30. So let's play it and see what happens. So you can see that her arms are moving forward, because in the first frame her arms is like this, and in the 30th frame her arms is expected to be like this. So MMD would automatically interpolate in between and make a smooth animation like this. This is the logic of MMD animation. And to make more complex animations, we will have to move more bones. Apart from like these kinds of joint bones where you can rotate, there are also 2 IK bones on the feet, which you can directly control the foot's position. You would click on this and then drag XY, and then you will be able to adjust the foot's position. And there's also the root bone, where you can control the character's current height, like are they kneeling down or are they standing up, are they jumping or whatever. So this is the basis of MMD animation. So right now, maybe we'll make a more advanced motion of like waving to the player. So we delete the frames just now, and then we'll have to set the original frame. So like T-pose is not nice to look at, so we'll put down her arms. and then register or unregister bone, and then the starting frame would look like this. And then maybe at the 35 frame, we want her to raise her arm and say hello. So we would move the arm here. Just if you don't like, then just try a bit to get the perfect animation you want. So perhaps I want her to look like this in the 35 frame. We select this bone register, or we can just select all unregistered bone and register. So let's see what we will have now. Yes, we get a simple animation right now. And maybe if we want to add some more, then we will at frame 45, we can add another rotation. Select all and register, and then register, and then select all. I want her to wave again. Register, and then register, and then finally at frame 80, I want everything to return to the initial pose. So I'll copy all of these diamonds, and then I'll place it in frame 80. So let's see what we have here. So what is happening right now? It's because I did not set any frames of the arm, so that starting from this frame, the arm would begin going down. So what we would like to do is that after Miku finish waving, we would then start putting down her arm. So we'll copy this frame, and then we'll put it to here. So now we'll get a waving animation. Yes, so that's the basis of MMD animations. And also you can see that there's a face manipulation block over here. It allows you to control facial expressions of the character. So let's say when she's starting to wave, we want her to smile. Then we'll choose close smile, and then at this point we'll register a 0, and perhaps at this point we'll register a 1. So in this 5 frames, we'll interpolate to a smiling face. Let's see it again. In this 5 frames, we'll interpolate to a smiling face. And perhaps once, like because we have a 0 registered here, so again it will interpolate the smiling position to not smiling again. If we want the smile to persist, then in frame 65, we will again have to add one more frame of smile of strength 1. Then over this duration, the smile would be of strength 1. So this was 0, gradually interpolating to 1. And then after frame 65, it will 1 interpolate back to 0. So let's play it again to see what we get. Quite nice. So this marks the end of the MMD tutorial. In the next video, we'll be talking how to export this motion to Blender and then hence to XRCC.